year, rock and roll would be under attack again, with accusations of its causing, or at least attracting, juvenile delinquency. A now legendary concert, this one at the Boston Arena, and hosted by the disc jockey who is often credited with rebranding black rhythm and blues with the rock and roll colloquial phrase, in order to sell the music to white teenagers, would be the focus of the public's outcry and renewed accusations between rock and roll and juvenile delinquency. That later concert in Boston would be beset by many problems, not the least of which was actual harassment by Boston city officials. However, unknown and certainly unwelcome by the show's promoter and host, the disc jockey Alan Freed, a notorious Boston street gang and their rivals had decided to use the Boston Arena and Freed's controversial rock and roll concert as the location to violently settle their differences. It would be just one more incident in a string of incidents that would end Freed's career. The following year, Freed would be charged with bribery during the Payola scandal of 1959. However, that concert would also mark the beginning of the end of the dominance of harder-edged, black rhythm and blues-based, and regional, working-class, white country and western-based rock and roll on the nation's pop charts towards music chart domination by a more suburban, upper-middle-class, softer, pop-oriented, and less threatening version of rock and roll. This softer, pop-based form of manufactured teen music, led by Philadelphia television host Dick Clark, would hold sway until the British invasion of 1964. The irony of this perceived less threatening version of teen music was that it was often controlled behind the scenes by organized crime, and it is this sound that is often remembered in today's mainstream nostalgic recollections when referencing the harmless, quaint, and unintentionally irrelevant music of the 1950s. This is how the public fear of juvenile delinquency in the 1950s shaped the direction of rock and roll. This is part 2 in the nostalgic myths and historical reality series, Juvenile Delinquency.